guys, today we're going to go through and we're going to have a look at a video that sort of is raising a question about the bigger gaming industry. So, full disclosure, I am well over 30 years of age. I'm not going into my particulars, but let's just say I've been 30 for a very long time. I grew up playing games like Unreal Tournament, Doom, Tribes 2, mostly underrated game of the year, and also Regressing too, where it was a fully destructible set, or fully indestructible environment. If you ever haven't seen Regressing 2, check it out. It's quite impressive, the stuff that you can do. But one thing that we have noticed over the years is that we're seemingly degressing when it comes to the gaming society, or the gaming videos, or the gaming industry. And I want to go through, this is a video that's been put up by, I'm not even sure who, by Tarek JK. So please go subscribe, give this guy a like. I haven't watched this video yet. I've watched the first minute of it and I thought it was interesting. So let's go through and let's break it down and let's talk about what we're seeing. So before we get into this, he is doing this for Avowed. We're not really focusing so much on that particularly, because this seems to be a bigger thing that's happening in the gaming industry in general. So this is a sort of like a microcosm of what's actually happening in the industry.
I'm listening. Go ahead.
I saw Irene Metric recently.
So what we saw there was fully customized and fully physicalized props, static meshes. So when you fire an arrow, the bow is a static mesh, but the arrows that you're firing itself are also static meshes. Also static meshes as well. And they basically just have the projectile thing put on them in Unreal Engine. Okay, so no arrows are coming down. The reason is because they're not physicalized, I suppose. You probably find that what they're doing is that when you fire an arrow, it fires a line trace. And basically it goes through and detects if it hits anything, and if it does, it then registers on the body. I can actually show you this because it's in my game at the moment. So we go back to here. We go through, let me switch over to display capture. Alright, so this is my game that I'm building. We'll just go into a single player game. So when you fire a gun, you see that red line? That's what we call a line trace. Now what happens is that it goes through. Oh shit, I fell off the map. What it does is it goes through and it detects any sort of hit movement between those two areas. So we go back into it and try not to fall off the map this time. I need to put the guard railing up. It's not it's not kid-friendly map yet, guys. It's just testable. And it doesn't really matter what sort of gun you use. Right, basically all these red lines here are line traces, and the greens are actually where it actually hits something. So let me go through and get rid of some of these guys. Right, so there's one left, right? Now if I go through and because it hit him there, that's where the line trace says, right, yep, I've registered a hit. So we don't have physical bullets yet, still yet to be done. But you can see where the lines actually intersect the enemy, and that's where it registers. And it doesn't really matter what gun you use, it's always just line traces, right? And that's how I presume they're done. And that's why I presume they've gone through and they've done Avowed. So it kind of makes sense. But yeah, it does seem like it's a bit, I don't want to say cheaty because a lot of people do it. But back in the day, they used to physicalize a lot of this sort of stuff, where now it's more just line traces.
I'm listening.
Hey!
So if we go back to this, so here on one side we see the actual props, the arrows, the static meshes are falling back to Earth, and over here nothing. So non-physicalized arrows.
Listening.
Hey!
So what we're seeing there is physicalized meshes and static meshes and collision boxes and stuff like that. Now, obviously, I would say at the end of the day, obviously back in the day, this is pretty advanced, where now you can go through and you can actually destruct the environment. Okay, so we don't even have destructible environments at all. And it doesn't seem like anything is actually moving. Which is interesting because it does highlight here, it does highlight the chicken and say that you can eat it. Like that. So prepared food, roast chicken, 150. So that the chicken is actually another static mesh. And I presume this over here is water or wine or whatever. So I presume that's also static mesh. So there are static meshes, but you can't seem to actually... Maybe it's because they're inside the collision box of the seat, maybe? It's protecting it from being interacted with, I'm not quite sure. I don't have to see the game anymore. Oh wow, that one just goes straight through it. So there's not even a collision box on this. Well, at least not a collision box when it comes to your weapon. Might be on you, but not on them. You can go through. You can actually set. Collision boxes for different things. So if we go to weapons, let's just bring up the mesh for the shotgun. Actually, we don't want that. What we want is the blueprint. Yeah, it's on a different project. Yeah, it's on a different project. I can't show it. I'd have to bring up the other project. But you can go through. You can actually, actually, if I go through here and just blueprint class actor, we're going to delete it after this, and you type in collision and advanced. Add static mesh. And just leave it like that. And collision here. Here's your collision presets here. So you've got like, yes, character, collision presets. You've got sort of like block all. You've got no collision. You know, your physical actor, character mesh, you know, pawn. You can basically ragdoll. You can set it to what you want. And if you actually go through and do custom, then you can go through and you can actually select how you want things to interact with that item. So they haven't even set that up properly yet. Well, it's not that they haven't set it up, but they've removed it. And delete that. Alright, let's keep going. Like, I know Avowed gets trashed on a lot, but like, guys, this is a AAA game. Your NPCs aren't interacting. Your props aren't interacting with anything. Like, I don't know, if I was a medieval knight and someone came up and started beating the table with a mace, you know what I'd do? probably run away. Like, it's so easy to add those sort of interactions to this. Make it so that she freaks out and runs off. Is there any reason why she needs to constantly sit in that seat and not get up and run away? Well, besides the fact that you have to do the animations for it. But as I say, like at the end of the day, it would have been so easy to do it and makes it so much more believable. This whole game seems to be pulling you out of immersion at every opportunity. And it's just something like the gaming industry in general seems to do these days. They don't seem to get it. But none of them are interacting. Where's the guy screaming, ah, and running away? I would have liked to see what would happen if he actually hit the NPC. So we got guards versus hostile. Okay, let's check this out.
Let's get this over.
Now, to be honest, this is interesting because this is what I've been programming into my AI for the past couple of days. Is actually the NPCs actually fighting with hostiles. You can see that, for example, with the skeleton guard or the undead skeletons versus the NPCs.
What's the matter? Getting tired?
That's cool.
Something to report?
Can we not fast forward it?
The armor isn't helping.
They're not even like they're not even programmed. Oh, this is so embarrassing. And look, it's not reacting. What the fuck? What the hell is this NPC doing? It's just sitting there. We're getting into some serious Assassin's Creed territory here. He's just sitting there, not moving. Wow. That is really bad AI coding. Holy shit. So we have sheathing mechanics, unsheathing animations, which is great, and fully interactive with AI.
To the right.
Seriously? Everybody's just standing around? Where's the people screaming? Where's the guards coming involved?
Let's get this over with.
Oh, that's a heal himself too. Looks like he healed himself there. That's cool.
Is that so? Well, you better find some quarrel real fast.
Oh God! You! Get them!
So it's all scripted, basically. Wow. Okay, that's bad. Okay, so yeah, so they haven't physicalized or separated the physicalization of the materials. Okay, who made this game? Holy shit, this is bad. It's not even actually. You go back. It's not even on the actual mesh. It's not even lined up properly. What the fuck? Like, if it was an indie dev, I'd be like, yeah, no problems. But like, dude, AAA studio, what are you doing? Look at it. It wasn't even connected. It wasn't even on the mesh properly. But obviously, the whole disappearing thing is just a simple. What it is, it's just a simple delay with a destroy actor. You find that it's probably always around the same time as long as it takes to destroy the actor. It's probably got some sort of random integer to be like between a certain time. We did this just recently. I think it was under the AI enemy. I think it was on the death animations. That's the attack loop. Where's my death animations? Start ragdoll. So here, stop animations immediately. Delay. It's between 3 to 6 seconds, and then destroys the actor, and that's all they've done. So yeah. But like I say, not lined up properly. Look at it. Look at the gap. Holy shit, that's bad. Notice that one's better.
Somebody needs a copy of the Black Horse Courier.
Good hunting.
This is the weird thing, is they've got in these like Niagara effects or particle effects here, which would have taken a lot long, maybe not as long, but maybe a little bit less. But like, you've gone to the trouble of putting in Niagara or a particle, depending on which one it is, effects here. Probably Niagara, because it's less intensive. It's less resource intensive. But like, you've gone through to put in the trouble of putting in these effects. But like, you've gone and like cut corners elsewhere. And I'm not talking about the fact it's not bouncing off the concrete when I'm talking about cutting corners. I'm talking about like the fact like before it wasn't even in the mesh. Here this is better. This is actually like in the stone. Before it wasn't even connected to the mesh.
Somebody... You treacherous little filcher.
I would have liked the NPC back in the day to also run after and attack you for like stealing.
Thief! You won't get away with this.
Like, it's still a little bit, unbelievable, the fact he's like calling you a thief. You won't get away with this! While standing there not doing anything.
Stop! Thief!
There we go.
Put that back, you worthless thief!
It's all over.
I would have liked him to sort of like grab a sword or something and attack you. That would have been interesting.
Lawbreaker, your spree is at an end. I'll take any stolen goods you have. The next move is yours. Pay your fine, or I'll haul you away. Then pay with your blood! Yeah!
You could maybe make the argument with this one here.
Yeah!
You could maybe make the argument, so he's probably running off line of sight, and you could probably make the argument that his line of sight would be looking directly down at his shoes, maybe it was out of the cone of sight. You could maybe make that argument.
If you're in good shape and not wearing a tin suit.
So I've heard.
Stop right there, criminal scum! Nobody breaks the law on my watch!
It's the Empire. Do the adherents not exemplify everything we hate? We must stand against tyranny!
The gods will make them pay.
But by the way, also, like, what the hell happened at Avowed? How did you guys go from that to this? Like, that's bad. That's bad clothing. Really bad.
The gods will make them pay.
Drop it, treason! It's all over, lawbreaker! Your spree is at an end.
Haven't you adherents taken enough?
So he does realize that you're taking it, he just doesn't do anything about it, maybe? Electric drill?
This is your last warning. Get out, or I'll call the guards and have you arrested.
Stop right there, criminal scum!
So that was a bug, obviously.
Darling, you are aware I can see you digging through my things, aren't you?
That's cool. I must admit, I like this mechanic. I might have to steal this. Yeah, we're definitely evolving, aren't we? Holy shit.
Hello.
What the fuck?
Hello.
What the hell is that thing? So wait, they've totally removed pickpocketing?
What do you think?
Guards, we've got a pickpocket here.
Stop right there, criminal scum! Nobody breaks the law on my watch!
So they've totally removed it. You can't even pickpocket now. Wow.
The three brothers a couple of days ago. Not sure which one I talked to.
All three of them are nice folks.
So I've heard.
And like, like even this here, like there's no real reason why you couldn't put this in. There's literally a plugin that allows them to do this. You barely have to do anything, especially for a major studio. You barely have to do anything to get NPCs talking to each other. It's like they rushed it out the door.
Hello.
What's going on with you?
They say syndicates of wizards have led a boycott of Imperial goods in the land of the Ultima.
I can't believe that Glisto would live with that Malintis Ankress. Shameful, and her being such a lovely girl. Is it Sarah?
Have you seen the Briants and their dogs?
I've seen them. Everyone likes a good dog, but they're an odd couple.
I've heard others say the same.
Heard any news from the other provinces?
Nothing.
Like the NPC disappearing and stuff, right? And the walking upstairs is a little bit rough, but like, you know, like you've got this, like, what, 10, 15, 20 years ago?
I'd like to talk about.
Bye.
Take care.
And he's literally in the cart, so there's collision mesh problems with that.
Good for you. Goodbye.
Farewell.
Hello there.
Have you ever thought of joining the Fighters Guild?
I've never really thought about it.
Do you really think the Adams killed the Claviger?
Are you kidding? Even the High
So they do put some of that in, but it must be scripted, right?
Inquisitor wouldn't do that. They know it turned the whole city against them.
I'm telling you, that so-called Watcher is a fraud.
Yeah, strictly scripted.
But she knew things about me. Things that I didn't even know.
Exactly. She made it all up.
Ah! Someone's being attacked! Stop! You violated the law!
Wow.
You guard! Well now, what do we have here? Caught in the act and no gold to pay your fine.
God, you got a real ugly mug.
Get your face out of my face.
Good afternoon.
Can't you settle? Stop! You violated the law. Then pay with your blood. It's all over, lawbreaker. Your spree is at an end. I'll take any stolen goods you have. The next move is yours.
So obviously the animation of the face is a little bit rough, but like they're not even reacting to like where's the running and screaming or you know anything like that. There's obviously no sort of major sort of interaction when it comes to fraction quests or fraction interactions. I don't know if you have fractions in this game, but like they can't add the simple command where if you attack an NPC you remove a fraction point. Like,
pay your fine, or I'll haul you away. Then pay with your blood!
What's tired?
designer is really, really good. But, like, collision problems once again.
Hey.
So there doesn't seem to be any physicalized internals on most of these buildings, if any of them. Like, come on, guys, what are you doing? Like, this is pretty embarrassing, man. This is pretty embarrassing.
They all have powerful wizards. It could be a dangerous situation.
Hey, we found one that has an internal. Holy shit.
Let's get this over with.
This is probably one situation where the combat actually looks better. I would say probably.
Hold back and heal.
Who's laughing now?
Wow. Okay. That is pretty bad, guys. That is really, really pretty bad. The only one I would say is probably better is probably the combat here. This is probably the only one where I would say that the combat is actually any, or the gameplay is actually any better. Obviously, the graphics have improved and everything like that. Fine. Yes, obviously, it's been a bit of a difference in time. I'm not sure when one came out, but obviously the new one came out just recently. There's probably about 10 or 15 years between the graphics here, I would say. But, at the end of the day, like, you have physicalized props like arrows and stuff that aren't physicalized anymore. You have NPCs that are non-reactive. You have only NPCs that are talking are scripted. You have bad prop sort of placement and non sort of physicalized not materials, physicalized materials. Sorry, I've had 4 hours sleep. 4 hours physicalized materials. Like you've got them not interacting. We can't pickpocket at all. Like this is making Avowed, the new Avowed, look really, really bad. Like holy shit. By the way, it says here Oblivion is 70 devs. And the dev time for Avowed was 125. Bro, there's no way they lobotomized the guards. Yeah, apparently they have. Oblivion had a budget range of 10 million. With inflation, it brings it closer to 16.2. Yeah. So it does make you wonder, like, how much of these budgets, like these multi-million-dollar budgets, are spent on things like HR and just admin, right? People aren't generally liking it. It's a lot of people are liking the video, but they're not liking the new direction that the games industry seems to be going. Yeah, early 2000s compared to 2025. Yeah. Guys, let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Holy shit, that makes gaming look so bad. It was, like I said, I hadn't watched this video, and I didn't realize it was that bad. Holy shit. Yeah. Guys, go give there's Tarek JK a follow. Go watch his videos and then click like on the video for him as well. But at the end of the day, yeah, obviously if you want to watch the whole video without me talking over it, obviously go check out his channel. We're just simply breaking it down and just talking about it. But yeah, it's pretty bad, man. It's pretty bad. Let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. If the video's been helpful, please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, we'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great night and enjoy.